Love in the Crosshairs, Part 1. The Assignment. The rain poured heavily over the city, a relentless downpour that mirrored Damien Cole's turbulent thoughts. He sat in the dimly lit corner of a high-end bar, the smell of whiskey and cigar smoke thick in the air. A silver briefcase lay open on the table before him, revealing a neatly stacked pile of crisp $100 bills and a black-and-white photograph clipped to a dossier. Damien barely glanced at the money. He was used to high-paying contracts, and this was no different, at least that's what he thought. His sharp blue eyes locked onto the photograph, and for the first time in years, his heart skipped a beat. The woman staring back at him was Isla Vasquez. His Isla. Or rather, the woman who had once been his. Damien swallowed hard, gripping the edges of the photograph. It wasn't possible. She was dead. 5 years ago, she had disappeared without a trace, and after months of searching, all signs pointed to the worst. He had mourned her, buried her in his heart, and moved on, at least he told himself he had. Yet here she was, alive and well, her name now tied to the underworld as the Black Widow, a crime lord rising to power, taking over dangerous territories with ruthless efficiency. "You look pale, Cole." Damien snapped out of his daze. Across the table sat a man in a tailored navy suit, his silver hair neatly combed back. Victor Langley, a well-known power broker in the criminal underworld. He slid a glass of whiskey toward Damien. "Problem?" Victor asked, raising an eyebrow. Damien straightened his posture, pushing down the storm of emotions inside him. He was a professional. His personal feelings didn't matter. "No problem." He took a sip of the whiskey, feeling its burn down his throat. "What's the job?" Victor smirked and tapped the dossier. "Isla Vasquez. The Black Widow. Smart, deadly, and getting in the way of my business. I need her gone." Damien forced himself to look at the file. Isla had built a criminal empire out of nowhere. How? The last time he saw her, she had been a dancer, a dreamer, not a killer. "What's the catch?" he asked. Victor leaned forward, his voice dropping. "She's unpredictable. We've sent men before, but they all ended up dead. But you're different. You never fail." He gave Damien a pointed look. "I don't care how you do it. Just make sure she's erased." The weight of the contract settled on Damien like a stone. He had killed dozens of people, corrupt politicians, crime lords, war criminals. But this was Isla. Could he do it? But he also knew the rules of this world. If he declined the job, someone else would take it, and they wouldn't hesitate. If she really was a crime lord, she'd made enemies everywhere. If he didn't kill her, someone else would. He pocketed the dossier, standing up. "Consider it done." Victor grinned, satisfied. "Good man. I expect results soon." Damien walked out into the rain, gripping the photograph tightly. Before he could decide what to do, he needed to see her with his own eyes. If Isla was truly alive, he had to find out why she had let him believe she was dead. And why, after all these years, she had become his next target.